welcome back to a new video. I have a pile of movies here, so you know what it is. I'm wearing a coat and a big jumper too because it's really cold and I can't put the heating on right now because up here the boiler is just over there and with the heating on it makes quite a bit of a noise. So it's cold. So this is what we're doing. So these are the movies from shelf 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, shelf 5, and this is my what got watched. So I filmed this video a little while ago, showing you all of these, and I have quite a lot to tell you in this video. So let's just start here. So I had 6 movies that I hadn't seen from this shelf. So let's see what I actually got watched and what I'm going to do with them. So all of these I had seen. So first of all, we've got Cloverfield. This is a found footage film, but quite a few of you in the comments said that this is a pretty good one, it's worth giving a watch to. And I kind of thought this wasn't going to be my kind of thing, but I watched it and I'm really glad that I did. I gave it 3 stars and I am going to be unhauling it because it's not something that I think I'd watch again. But I'm really glad I've seen it now. Like, I kind of enjoyed it. I really liked seeing New York from this kind of point of view. I didn't find the found footage to be too annoying. You know, I just quite enjoyed the story. It was just a fun little time. I enjoyed watching it and I'm glad that I did. I wouldn't refuse to watch it in the future. If somebody else wanted to watch it and they had it, or if it's on TV or Netflix or whatever, I wouldn't be like, oh no, I don't want to watch that. Like, it was okay, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, I suppose. But I'm really glad I've seen it, so thank you so much for letting me know about this one and telling me that it was worth giving it a go, because I'm really glad that I did give this one a go. I think it was like it was better than some others that I watched anyway. So there's that one. Next we have Final Destination 5. I think I gave this one 3 stars as well, or maybe 2.5. I watched this one first. I watched this one a while ago, and this was the only one of the Final Destination series that I hadn't seen. But I definitely enjoyed Cloverfield more than this, because this was just kind of like you were just kind of waiting for the deaths in the film. And they weren't really, they were a bit over the top and unoriginal. In the older films, like 1, 2, 3, I used to always think, oh, what if that happened? Like, especially the log thing where you're driving behind the log truck. Like, that always really creeped me out. This one didn't really have any of those things. Like, it was a bit silly. I just didn't really like the characters. So yeah, I'm going to be unhauling this one, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it. Next one we have is The Devil's Arithmetic, and this has Kirsten Dunst and Brittany Murphy in, and it's about it's about a teenager who goes back to, she's just in New York, she goes back to the 1940s in a Jewish ghetto. She is Jewish. And I haven't watched this one yet because it kind of seems like a bit of a darker subject. I just haven't really been in the mood for it, so I'm going to use this as my save because I have more than 5, so I can save one. That's what I'm going to do with this one. I will save it, I will watch it. I really like Brittany Murphy, so I'm looking forward to it. And I always plan on watching the ones I save, you know, in the near future, not for too long. But yeah, so I'm still looking forward to that one, but I haven't seen it yet. The next one we have is The Blair Witch Project. Okay, I haven't watched this. I'm going to unhaul it. I just don't think I'll enjoy it. Of the 2 found footage ones I had in this batch, I decided to go with Cloverfield. A lot of you said Cloverfield was the better one. A lot of you said, you know, Blair Witch isn't really that good. I've never really heard anyone say they love this film. I just heard people say it's like, eh. And I think it's going to be too found footagey for me. And I've never wanted to watch this. I don't know why. I've always been so put off by watching it because I just think I'll find it a bit boring. And I don't know. I was supposed to watch this in school and I just didn't. In college, I suppose I'll say. I just really never want to watch it, so I'm definitely going to unhaul it. But I feel like it's a movie that everybody's seen, I should see, but never mind. So there's that one. The next one we have is Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This was great. I gave this one 4 stars, which you might think is a little bit low for this film, because it really was fantastic. I'm so glad that I've finally seen it. However, what I did was I made the mistake of watching it in 2 halves. Because I started watching it, ended up getting distracted, doing something, and then I came back to it, but like, there was like a space in between. So I think if I watched it all through again, I might enjoy it a little bit more. So this one I am going to be keeping. Out of all these ones here that I've watched, this is the first one we've come across that I'll be keeping. Yeah, so we'll be keeping this one. I will be rewatching it again. I thought visually this looked great. I really liked the acting in it as well. I thought Johnny Depp was fantastic, and obviously Helena Bonham Carter. And I didn't mind the singing in it. I liked the singing in it. I thought I was going to have a problem. I thought there was going to be like maybe too much singy talking. I don't know if you get that. Like, I really struggle when it's certain musicals. I feel like for me it has to be like musical. Whereas this actually, I really liked it. So yeah, really looking forward to rewatching this one in the future. So I will be keeping hold of that. And then next we've got another Johnny Depp, and it's From Hell. And this is all about Jack the Ripper. And Johnny Depp plays this detective who is trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is, and you know, things like that. And obviously Victorian, is it Victorian? Victorian London. And this was just okay. I gave this 2.5 stars. And it's funny because I gave this 2.5 stars and I watched a film after this, which isn't anything to do with this video. And I gave the film I watched after this 1 star. So this then seemed like greatness in terms of the film I watched after it. But yeah, it was just, I didn't like where they took it. Some of it was, I thought Johnny Depp was pretty good. Some of it was interesting. You know, I visually like seeing that kind of old London. I always enjoy that in films. And, you know, it had the story there. Some of it was kind of, I don't know. I feel like it also ran a little bit long as well. I wouldn't watch it again. But I wouldn't, like, completely unrecommend it. But I just didn't like the route that they went with it. And kind of the way they told the Jack the Ripper story just wasn't really for me. And I was definitely wanting more, like, detective-iness than what we got. So, yeah, it was just, it was okay. 2.5. So yeah, so far, that's 4 unhauls out of the ones that I have to watch. And I guess I watched, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6. Didn't even know how many there were there. So yeah, 1 was an instant unhaul and 1 was a save. And I've got 2 left there. So now let's move on to this pile that I'd already seen all these films. So I'll let you know which ones I rewatched and which ones I will be unhauling. So far we have 4 in the unhaul pile. I usually like to get a minimum of 5 for an unhaul. Feels like a good amount, but I think we're going to have quite a few in this batch. So the first one that I rewatched was The Number 23 with Jim Carrey, and I've seen this film twice a few years ago. First time I saw it, I really liked it. Second time I saw it, I liked it a little bit less. This time I saw it, maybe I liked it a little bit less. I gave it 3.5, but I am going to keep it because I don't know what it is. I always think, oh yeah, The Number 23, and I always kind of feel interested to watch it. But this film also reminds me of Secret Window, which I have the same problem with. I watched it the first time, loved it. Watched it the second time, liked it a little bit less, so on and so on. However, I think I prefer Secret Window than this, and for some reason or another they remind me of each other. I can't really explain why, they are different. But they do remind me of each other. And so I think I'll rewatch Secret Window at some point, and then I will, if I like Secret Window better, I'll keep that one and unhaul this one. Which sounds stupid, but I feel like if you've seen both you might know what I mean. So if you've seen one and not the other, don't worry, I'm not spoiling the other for you. They are different, they go in different routes. It's a different thing. Basically it's about Jim Carrey, who becomes obsessed with The Number 23 because it's a book that he finds, and while some of it's a little bit odd in the way that it's filmed, and some of it, like the end, is okay, the getting to that point and Jim Carrey's kind of going into this craze is really interesting to watch. Like, I was never bored watching it. I really enjoyed kind of the process the film went throughout. So, you know, I liked it. I'll keep it. So that's that one. And the reason why I wanted to rewatch it is because I wasn't sure if I would enjoy it and want to keep it. So I thought I'll rewatch it and see if I want to unhaul it or not, because I wouldn't just straight unhaul. But I ended up keeping that one. So that's a keep. Then I rewatched Hide and Seek. This is because I really love this film. It's kind of one of my favourites, and it was one that I loved when I was younger, and Josh had never seen it, so I kind of wanted him to see it and experience it. This is just a fun one. I gave this 4.5 stars. I think had I seen this now for the first time, I wouldn't have rated it so high, but the first time I saw this I was like 11 or 12, or I don't know when it came out, but I was, you know, I was younger. And I thought it was so cool, so clever, and I thought it was the best. I watched this all the time. So, yeah, it was kind of nice to revisit it, and I still thought it was good. However, there were some parts that I feel like I remember being more suspenseful, and they kind of just weren't, but I'll definitely continue to rewatch this one in the future. So yeah, definitely, obviously keep that one. I just wanted to rewatch it because it's one that I really enjoy. And then next we'll get into the ones that I'm unhauling. So, I have The Right, I watched this years ago. I picked it up from Blockbuster and I didn't like it when I watched it the first time. So why I kept it for this long, I don't know. It's got Anthony Hopkins in, who is fantastic, but I just didn't like this film. So that's going in the unhaul piles. That's 5 in there. Then we have The Eye with Jessica Alba. I, again, obviously have seen this. I watched it years ago and I thought it was okay at the time. I don't remember that much about it, but I also don't really like eye-related things. I found the eye laser thing in Final Destination 5, like, really just, like, I just didn't like that bit, but that was just me personally. But yeah, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Next we have Shrooms, which, again, I saw years ago, and I thought it was okay, but I wouldn't watch it again. However, Josh nearly bought this the other day, so he might want to give it a watch. So I'm going to move it over to his horror shelf. So I'm kind of unhauling it, and then hopefully he'll watch it, he'll agree, he'll be like, yeah, it's not very good, and then we can actually get rid of it. So it's kind of an unhaul, so I'll just put that one there. Okay, next we've got The Final Destination. So along with Final Destination 5, I'll be unhauling The Final Destination, which is the 4th one, which is kind of the race car one. And this was always my least favourite of the, you know, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 of the ones I'd seen. This one was my least favourite, so I'll get rid of that one. And then, okay, this was a big decision. So on this shelf I had all of the Saw films. And I kept going back and forth with what I wanted to do. And I just didn't know. And I've decided that I will keep 1 and 2 because they're the ones that I actually really like. Actually 2 I don't remember as much. I've seen the first one a bunch of times. But yeah, the first one I would always keep. Maybe I'd get rid of the second one in the future. But I really do like the first one. And I think I quite like the second one. These ones, to be honest, what happens in them mixes up to me. But just not really my type of film anymore, and there's just kind of too many of them. And so yeah, I'm going to unhaul 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Saw films and keep the first 2. So yeah, that's a kind of big batch of unhaul there. Like, look at all those getting rid of, and I'm so excited about it because now I can mush 2 shelves together and have like a whole new free shelf. So if that's not exciting, I don't know what it is. So what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 unhauls. Yay! This is a record for me. 12 unhauls. Awesome stuff. Oh, wait. 13 unhauls, but like I say, it's temporarily staying for a moment. But so yeah, really happy with the unhaul amount. But I also wanted to say that in the last video, in the first part of this shelf, I said that I was probably going to unhaul Final Destination 3 because this is the one that I don't like. Now, it's not that I don't like it because it's my least favourite, because I don't think it's very good, because I don't like the 4th one. I think the 4th one's a worse film. I don't like this one because it always creeped me out. The roller coaster thing and the sunbed thing. I was always scared that those things would happen to me. Like, I always was like creeped out by this one. So I was going to get rid of it because I don't really like watching it, because it just bugs me, this one does. However, I had this one and I said, oh, I'm getting rid of this one. Josh said, oh, I've got that, and I've got this version where you can like press what's going to happen. So throughout the film, it comes up, does such and such your buddy go into the sunbed, say, or does she do this, or do they put the drink there? And you kind of pick what happens. So you pick something, and then a different chain of events will happen because of what you've picked. And they always kind of, whoever's supposed to die will still die, but in like a little different way, and you kind of get to do the like choose your own story, like the Goosebumps ones, in this. So I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to do that. That just sounds like a fun time, like a nice fun night. You pick the story, you go along. I thought it was so clever. And we looked on mine, so where Josh is, I don't know, he's got it at home somewhere, so obviously I didn't really need to keep mine as well. But it says here, take control as the rise. 2 ways to watch the film. Choose their fate version. You're in control of the movie. Change the course of the film and the character's fate. So I was like, yeah, I'll keep hold of this for a little bit. So once I've played that game on this, which I'm really excited to do, I will then unhaul it. So I'll only have Final Destination 1 and 2, which I don't know where they are. But yeah, really excited to do that. So if you've got this DVD, you should check the corner, see if yours has that. I never even knew that was what it did. Like, I'm just excited about it now. So, of this pile, these are the ones I'm keeping that I haven't rewatched. And then we've got 4 more there that I watched or whatever. So this is the rest of that shelf. So it's pretty good match to, pretty good ratio to the unhauls to the keeps. So yes, super happy with how this shelf went. Feeling good to get rid of all these. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on any of these films. I always love hearing your thoughts. Let me know if you've played that Final Destination game. And I'll see you guys next time. Thumbs up if you enjoy these one shelf at a time videos. I'll see you then. Goodbye!